Hello, I'm Lesley Logan, and I've got a struggle is real. The push-ups. I'm going to try to do all of them on the Wunda Chair. So, Andrea Maida, Pilates, and I had a request for the Struggle is Real series, and you know, we ask you all the time, what do you want us to do? What struggle do you have? And someone requested the push-ups. And I think we should have a disclaimer about which videos we'll do. I'll be freaking honest, guys, I really don't practice these. Because not only are they hard, some exercises you should know are not always for everybody. I do like the first one that I'm going to show you, but the other two are more like teaching tools, and that's okay, right? So I have a spring on in the middle. To make it easier on yourself, you could do a heavier spring, but then it's not actually easier. It's just easier to have it support you. And there's a couple ways to get on. I have seen where the pedal is down and you use your abdominal strength to hop it up. So you would come onto your arches. I'm not saying I can do this, by the way. You come onto your pedal, right? You have your toes on the pedal, heels the other toes apart, and then you dive in, and then you walk out into your plank, and then you would hop the pedal up. See? Struggle is real. So this is not how I get into the exercise, because I feel like I'm close, but it's not ideal for me. I actually get on more from a pike. So I actually push my feet into the pedal, and then I walk out into a plank. And that's just easier for me. It's already hard. Why make it harder? And then you do your push-ups. And you do like 3 of these, right? Try not to move the pedal. And then you can walk back in, trying to keep it all together. That's supposed to be your rest. And then you would walk back out, and then you do more of like a long stretch thing where you pull yourself forward and you pull on the pedal. And so my abs are pulling the pedal down and up. I'm not doing anything with my ankles. And then you can walk back in, and you're trying to get into a handstand because someday you dismount on a handstand. Not showing you that today, don't get excited. And then you do both. The elbows bend and you pull the pedal down and up. It's not a big movement. And then you can come in. And then, you know, if I had a spotter here, I would try to come all the way up into a handstand for you, but I don't, so I won't. So, you know, the magic number of 3 comes to mind a lot. Now, another way you can do the push-ups is a little more asymmetrical and not as much fun. So for me, I like a couple bottom springs. I just need more support than the chair can provide. And you place one hand on the center of the chair, one hand on the pedal. You make sure you're straight. And then I've heard both where you have to be square to move or you try to be square when you move. It, to me, doesn't matter. What matters is that you're connected. And so you actually, as I bend my chair arm, the mat arm, then this left arm will stay straight, the pedal will go down, I go forward and up. So I'm not trying to lean into the pedal. You don't want to do that. I'm trying to go forward and bend my elbow close to my side. So see if I can show you this way. See if this arm is strong enough. So hand is in the middle. Other hand is on the pedal. I squeeze my heels together, and then I bend this elbow in as I go forward. Right? Like 3 of those. That was actually way better than I ever thought it would be. So how awesome am I? Now, I'm going to show you just on one side for this other one. The other one you can do is where you kind of line yourself up with the chair, you'll arms up, round forward. This hand goes here, step back into your plank, and then you make yourself nice and long, stand in your feet, and then you bend and straighten the pedal. So typically it's one middle spring. Like I said, I like to do 2 bottom springs for myself because I have a lot of asymmetries in my body, and for me, it's better that I feel supported so I can find the length and explore being asymmetrical. And then how does this affect asymmetrical movements I would do on the mat or the reformer, right? That's for you to decide. So if the struggle is real on these exercises for you, you might not be ready for them yet, and that is so okay, right? So what I would highly recommend you do, so the first one, to me, that is super hard, but it's the easier one for anyone to try, especially if you're not trying to lift the pedal up from the floor. So if you can't do that, you gotta go back to your long stretch. You gotta go back to your push-ups. On the mat, I would do your hanging pull-ups. You need to work everything with that tall back and just like being on your hands and your feet, right? I would go even to like bird dogs or on all fours and one arm and one leg goes out. That's what I would do. Now, if you're trying to do one of these one-armed one-ons over here, to me, you're doing that because something else is a struggle in your practice, and this is to help you kind of fine-tune that to enhance what you're doing. So if this is a struggle, it's because other asymmetrical work is a struggle. But if you're like, I have to do it, Lesley, please, I would definitely get down and dirty with your baby chair. I would really work on doing holding yourself up in a plank and taking one arm and one leg off, really working that kind of action. I would also be doing lots and lots of the push downs with the tricep presses and doing one arm ones. I think that would be really effective. I know it's not a tall back exercise, but it helps you connect to your back. And then I would even get into your reformer work and do pull straps. Where you are in this long position, right? You have length, and try to grab your weights and do one arm at a time and just notice what happens with your body there. You want to explore, why is your left side easier than your right side? What are you doing with your legs that's different? Then on your long stretch series, I would definitely try doing long stretch with one leg. And then on the Wunda Chair, you could do your pull-ups with one hand or one leg. So it's a lot to try, but remember, if this stuff is a struggle for you, it's because something that is easier is a struggle for you. So this is just an exercise that's going to help you train those other struggles. So use it as a teaching tool. For most of you, I think that'll be more effective. It's not a rule. I'm making it up, but that's how I like to use it, as like a teaching tool for my body. It's definitely not something that I do on like every Friday, right? Obviously. Thank you so much for watching this. Please check out Andrea Maida's channel for this exact tutorial, because I'm sure she's going to slay with some great advice. And our bodies are so different. So watching me do this with my really long hypermobile body and watching her do it, she's a little shorter than me, I think you're going to see a lot of differences and get some really good teaching tools out of that. Make sure that you share this with a friend who needs it, and then subscribe so you never miss a tutorial from us. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Meredith, and I'm one of the people creating onlinepilatesclasses.com. One of the things that I love most about this project is that we're building the very first free online catalog of Pilates exercise how-to videos. We release 3 new videos each week. People often leave comments asking Lesley to explain a specific exercise, and you can do that too. And if you love watching these videos and believe in the project of creating this catalog, you can support it by joining Lesley every week in her online mat and reformer classes. Just go to onlinepilatesclasses.com/subscribe.